She thought she'd humiliate me the night I asked her to marry me. So I gave her a performance she'd never forget. For weeks, I'd poured everything I had into planning the perfect evening. The one that was supposed to start forever. I'd chosen the ring months ago, custom designed, engraved with a phrase only she and I would recognize. I imagined the way her eyes would soften when I dropped to one knee. I booked a quiet corner at her favorite restaurant, the one with the dim lights and the sound of old jazz melting through the walls. I even hired a discreet photographer to wait at the bar, ready to capture the exact moment she said yes. And I truly believed she would. Clara and I had spent over 3 years building what I thought was a deep, steady love. Late mornings tangled in sheets, slow dances while dinner burned, whispered laughter in the dark. It felt real. It felt safe. It felt like home. That afternoon, I picked up the ring. It felt heavier than I expected, not just in gold, but in gravity. As I opened the box again back at my apartment, a lump formed in my throat. I figured it was nerves. The good kind. I got dressed with care. Charcoal suit she once called dangerous on me. Cufflinks aligned, tie straight. I checked the mirror twice. Every detail had to be flawless. Every second mattered. That's when I saw her phone, left on my couch. I knew it instantly. Red leather case, worn at the corner from when she dropped it on the subway. I picked it up to return it. Then the screen lit up. A message from Harper, her best friend. Still planning to reject him tonight? My stomach sank. I stared, blinking. Confused. I shouldn't have opened it. But we never kept secrets. Or so I believed. Clara's response popped up moments later. Of course. He's definitely proposing tonight. Wait till you see me turn him down. It's going to be epic. The world seemed to fold in on itself. The air thinned, like it had been sucked from the room. My heart raced, but my body couldn't move. I kept reading the exchange, hoping, praying I'd misunderstood. She knew, and she'd planned to make it into a spectacle. A little private joke with her friends. My proposal was her punchline. I could have called it off right then, confronted her, canceled the reservation, thrown the ring into the trash. But instead, something inside me hardened. If she wanted a show, she would get one. Just not the one she was expecting. I picked her up as planned. Acted like I was still the man head over heels in love. Still dreaming about forever. She didn't suspect a thing. She looked stunning that night. Poised. Polished. Even smug. I could see it in her eyes. Like she was already rehearsing her grand rejection. Maybe she thought she'd deliver it with a tilt of her head. A sympathetic smile. Some sweet, rehearsed line that would make it all seem kind. We sat down, ordered dinner, talked about nothing. She laughed more than usual, touched my hand with that overly sweet tone she used when she wanted to appear gracious. She believed she was in control. The lights dimmed slightly. Conversations around us quieted. She looked up, expectant. Her hand fluttered toward her chest, ready to react. Her eyes sparkled, either from the wine or the thrill of performance she was about to deliver. But I didn't get down on one knee. Instead, I reached into my jacket pocket and pulled out her phone, turned the screen toward her, and then in a calm, even voice I read aloud. Of course, he's definitely proposing tonight. Wait till you see me turn him down. It's going to be epic. Forks paused midair. Conversations froze. The entire restaurant fell into a hush. Her face collapsed. The confidence drained from her eyes in an instant. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. She looked smaller somehow, like the spotlight she craved had turned into a searchlight, exposing every crack. I placed the ring box back in my pocket. You could have just told me, I said quietly. You didn't have to turn it into a game. And then I walked out. The cool night air hit like truth, clean, sharp, honest. And oddly enough, I didn't feel heartbroken. I felt released, like I'd stepped out of a cage I didn't know I was in. Back at my apartment, I loosened my tie, poured myself a drink, and sat in the stillness. The pretending was over. The illusion had shattered. Whatever version of Clara I had loved wasn't real, and somehow her betrayal felt like a gift. My phone buzzed for hours. Apologies, explanations, frantic messages trying to rewrite the script. I didn't respond. I wouldn't, because that night, she didn't just show me who she was. She gave me something more valuable than any yes. She gave me the truth. And from that moment on, I swore I'd never settle for anything less.